Today's video is just a little bit different than what we normally would do. We're coming up on the real winter here in the Northeast, and they're predicting snow, among other things. And we have to winterize our property, our fish pond, the whole yard needs to be winterized. And then I want to be finished with that before I get to do part 2 of the SSOR carb installation. And I don't want to rush it, and I want to get this done for Karen. And Karen's busy baking cookies, of course, so it'll be a very interesting day. Well, unfortunately, our SSOR project is on hold for another day. Yesterday night, we watched the weather, and there's some big, nasty weather coming this way, a big storm, and possibly some snow. So I wanted to, and this is a smart thing I've done over the years, is before it freezes up and the pond freezes over, I got to get rid of all the pumps, all the filters. There's some big high grass I have to trim behind the pond. And so Karen suggested over breakfast that she said, skip the day you want to work on your baby, since I can't ride it anyway. It's going to be, I'm rushing to the movies and I don't have the money for a ticket. But anyway, I did get some stuff to share. I got some photos from our friend Joe in Myrtle Beach. And he has got an awesome garage. I'm going to share those photos somewhere on this video. And we have got some extra rides in the last couple of days, and I hope you enjoyed that Pocono video, and maybe we'll get some more nostalgic stuff like that going. But today I've got to concentrate on 2 things. I've got to get that grass behind the pond trimmed and put into a dumpster, and I've got to winterize the pond, and then I'll be free to go eat some cookies. So I spoke to my friend Joe in Myrtle Beach, and he said he's enjoying the videos, of course, but check this out. Look how clean this garage is. Joe, I am so jealous. Holy mackerel, that is the cleanest garage I've ever seen. I'm not sure if you can see this. He bought one of those lifts that I have, and he said he enjoys the lift, but he's got a skeleton hanging from the lift. Hey, very cute, Joe. Anyway, Joe, I really have to be jealous as can be. Your floor is cleaner than my house. Very nice. And thanks so much for sharing, by the way. This is really one of the biggest jobs today, and already it's starting to rain, which is supposed to turn to snow. But this grass, to make sure it comes back next year, it has to be trimmed, and I've got to get it all into a dumpster. And hey, Karen and I love our backyard. We had all these tomatoes growing, all these things, but there's just like old motorcycles, there's always maintenance. And I love my pond. It was about over 20 years ago that my son Craig and I dug this pond, and the late George Venturini helped with getting the rocks. I've enjoyed raising the fish, with some special thanks to Dave Midgley helping me out with technical stuff. But it's time, as it is every year, it's the time we shut the pumps down and the filters and get ready for the pond to freeze over for the first time this year. Now, koi don't eat in the whole winter. We have fed them for the last time this year, and they will come back to life around April or May. And guys, I'm going to put you to sleep for the winter. We'll see you in about 3 months, 4 months. So whether it's motorcycles or property or working on an old house or raising fish or whatever, the one constant theme that goes through everything, or I'm sure it's the same for everybody. If you want nice stuff, there's a price to be paid. And we got to pay it today. The bill came due. We've had a wonderful season being on our front porch, watching our roses grow, and among other things. But right now, as this year comes to a wonderful conclusion, hey, all the cushions have to get stored up above the motorcycles. And all those cushions have to go in the rafters above the motorcycles for the next 3 months. As I put this stuff away, I keep thinking, what a great summer this was. And boy, we exceeded our wildest dream, riding all the bikes and of course getting the MT-09. And I never want to look at the MT-09 without in the back of my mind saying thank you, Karen, and thank you so much for being a wonderful bride. Among other things, getting me the MT-09. Not number 1 on the list, but right up there in the top 10, top 9 anyway. So this is always the problem with all these bikes in a garage, and a very small garage, and all the stuff has to go up in the rafters there. And Joe, I was glad to see you got that winch. That thing is so handy. When we were putting lowering links on Luciano's bike, it made the job a joy. And again, thanks Joe for sharing those videos of your garage. Right now I'm thinking, boy, I wish I had a little bit more of an organized garage. Now this is funny. I have to put these cushions away, among other things that have to go up there. And all the pond filters and everything go up there. But I guess I'm used to working in a world of chaos, or more chaos than some people. And I often say to myself, I wonder if I had a garage like the size of Luciano's garage, I might have more motorcycles. I don't know. But I am really limited now. I am really at the max. In fact, I think I'm one over the max. But like all my children, I just can't get rid of any of them. Now, some people never get to come up in a black hole in space. You can see there's RD parts, buckets of parts, crankshafts, pond supplies, GS exhaust systems, carbon fiber mufflers. Like, God, there's bodywork for bikes I don't even own anymore. And there's 2 buckets of R1 parts over there. What? My God. What? And it's no wonder Karen says I'm a poop saver. But I really do have a lot of respect for people that keep their garage a lot more organized than I do, that's for sure. At a time like this, I like to always think back, and this is some funny stories. Now, my big Ferrari flag, I have 2 of them, but this one was given to me by the Smith brothers when I was doing model aviation. I was designing Ferrari aeroplanes with the help of Les Demet and John Cafaro. We were kind of teamed up on making 2 Ferrari model airplanes. And the Smith brothers, one day I opened up a package in the mail from Florida, and there was the flag. And guys, that's been an iconic part of my life. Thank you guys so much. And here's a couple of pictures. Well, one picture of the 2 Ferrari planes, the Testarossa and the Novanta. Thank you, Les and John. I was doing the West Cooley Evil Twin project. Mark Morgan came over with these posters that he had, graciously donated them. You know, that's the thing. Every part of this garage has some memory for me, like the patina of life. The old seats, oh my God. Even like this, just an example. The MT-09 front fender, when I got that flat black, I just said, oh my God, I can't live with that. More Ferrari flags. Very nostalgic working out here. And then to have the bikes that I've owned since day one. These are the bikes that I have been the original only owner of. And when you have a bike from the day it's a virgin, there's something about it. I don't know what it is. And I've got 4 that I've owned since the day they were brand new. And to me, in my mind, they're like me. They're still brand new. But there's a reality. A lot of them have 30,000 miles on them. And I do enjoy restoring them back to almost new condition. But, hey, I wish I could restore myself to like new condition. And this is the biggest job of all. We have 4 bubblers that have to go into the pond, and all the pumps have to come out. And the pump UV lights, everything's got to get put away for the winter. Cleaning the pond filters for the last time before they get put away. Oh, the UV lights are finally cleaned. One more step, put the bubbler in the pond. Oh my God, am I glad. See, in the years gone by, I've waited till we had snow on the ground to do this. And it was a big mistake. A giant, if you remember how nice Karen's garden looked, all the tomatoes growing, wisteria. But it's the circle of life. Well, with the bubblers installed, we are safe to go through another winter. And the pond in a couple of, well, very soon, I think, is going to freeze over anyway. But we have to keep a hole in the ice. All the bubblers are there for us to keep a hole in the ice. Keep you guys alive through the winter. Something I'm going to try to do too. And this beast really does a good job. And hey, it looks easy when you see it here, but it's a handful to hold on to. It's a powerful, powerful tool. Or if there ever was a tool, it's worth its weight in gold. 80 volts. 80 volts. I wish I could put this on my electric jacket. I could sit out there and cook. Anyway, this has really been a good investment, and with a piece of property like this, you use it often. Now, these grasses that Karen picked out, one of the things you do have to do is trim them back before the snow comes, if you want them to come back. And we have several here. Oh, there's some out in front of the property too. But that weed whacker, wow, does that do a job? Anyway, now the next thing, and I'll do it expediently because I want to get inside. Get this all raked up, put in a bucket, and get inside and see what the bride is doing. But before I can do that, because it's not snowing yet, I want to get that snow blower out and get it started, get it running, make sure I have enough gas, and I'll be ready for coffee and cookies. Oh, it didn't take that 80 volts long to make short work of that tall grass. In the past, I used to cut this by hand. It would be an hour's job. So I know once I'm done out there, I know the coffee will already be ready. Oh, the bride knows I'm freezing. Oh my God, I am so ready. And another, the beast. We call this thing the beast. It just goes right through stuff. It's unbelievable. So now it'll depend on the weather when we get to do it, because I want to have a dedicated day. I don't want to be under pressure to get it done and go for a ride or anything. I want a dedicated day, and then I'd like to get that. What I want to do is put it on that little test fake gas tank, let it run for a good 15-20 minutes, make sure nothing else is leaking, and if it is, of course, then we go to plan B. Drink more coffee. Oh, if you never work outside in that cold weather, you never really know how good that coffee is. You never really know how good these cookies are. She's busy baking away.
Chocolate crinkles.
Chocolate crinkles today. So I'm outside. It's pouring rain. It's 35 degrees. She's in here at 72, and the smell of cookies. What's wrong with that picture? Why didn't I become a baker instead of a motorcycle mechanic? So it turned out to be a festive day, a productive day, a get mission accomplished day. And it's a day we want to wish your family a Merry Christmas too. We are definitely in the Christmas mood here, the cookie mood. Yep. When I needed their help this morning to do all that heavy work, where were they? Eating seeds. You guys are a big help. Now Karen knows I work for cookies, but I also work for candy too. And in our family, we call this, as you're making something and you're baking and making cookies, you take a free sample. Miles invented that thing, the free sample. Good. This is what's known as one of Karen's free samples. We have to have a free sample. Okay, this is the best part of making cookies. Dun 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 dun. You got to do this while it's hot. Oy oy oy. Oy oy oy. There you go, baby. I'll let you do 3. We'll be fair about it. So our day kind of ends here, but we're ready for the next possible shop day. Get this all put back together, but I thought I'd share a couple of good memories. We have a wonderful selection of pictures, and these make for great memories. Maybe something you'll remember from the good old, what I call the good old days. Well, the good old days, most of them revolve around track days we had at Millville or Pocono. Thunderbolt, lightning. This was a Pocono track day. This was a pretty special day because what had happened, NEJAT was doing track days back then, and he had a crew that came to the races with him, and he had guys that were working on his bike and mechanics, and we were all impressed. And of course, he was very serious about his track day stuff. He bought a dedicated DUCATI track bike, and of course, we were with him for the whole day. Now, I took my 650 Ninja out to this track day. Luciano had his Suzuki, and we were going out on the track and just having a great time, riding each other's bikes, doing what we do best, making new friends, hanging out, and eating as much food as possible, of course. But one thing I do remember about the track day is we had a great day. Bobby Navola drove out, if I remember right, on his Honda to visit us. And it was quite an exciting day. We had the indoor garage, and it was a really hot day. But what happened with the 650, I was at the end of a set of Michelin 2s, and I thought,
Well, this is a good way to say goodbye to my Michelin 2s. Wear them out on the track and then go put a set of tires on. Now, most people would have put the new tires on and end on a track day, so I'm not sure. Maybe that senior citizen thing is sinking in. Here's Bobby Nivola when he was up in our area of the country. He's down in Atlanta now, and God bless him. He's a great friend, and we love his wife, Nanda. Thanks to Nanda, we have all those zinnias in our backyard. But the whole point of this thing is you just can't have these memories if all you ever do is sit and watch television or you watch the grass grow or whatever. You have these memories when you have an active life, when you get out and do things, and I don't know, you have the passion for motorcycling, the passion to see how fast the bike will go. And this thing went 124 on a straightaway, even with that big touring windshield. I'm not sure if I took that windshield off, it would have went 125. I don't know. But anyway, and Luciano and I always took more than 2 bikes because we usually got to ride each other's bikes, and it was just a lot of fun. And this is Nejat and his mechanic crew, and we had our A-team crew out there, and just a wonderful day. And a 650 that I restored, just remembering how much fun it was to ride on the track. If I was still doing track days, I think I'd want to do one with that bike again, just for the fun of doing it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We try to post something up almost every day. And the next thing we're looking forward to, and hopefully in the next couple days, get these carbs installed, get a day that it's not snowing or raining, that we can get out on the FCR and see if it's working, if it's leaking, if it's behaving, if whatever. But anyway, before I end the video, of course, I want to thank the healthcare workers. Guys, thank you so much. Without your efforts, we won't be cleaning carburetors. We'd be filling bedpans. And I want to thank Karen for fattening me up over the holiday season. And thanks to all my friends that enjoy the videos, watch them and share them. Thank you guys so much for watching. And hopefully we'll all be over the virus soon, and we'll be back out on the open road once all the snow melts. And thanks for watching.